evening, all our children out in Lake Havasu City. I'm here with Mr. George, and we're going to talk to you about fishing in Lake Havasu City. George, give us a little bit of an idea of how you fish in Havasu and what we're fishing for.
Well, the fish here that are best to catch is largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. There's crappies here. There's bluegill. There's red ear sunfish. Nice ones. We actually have the record for that, the world record for that right here in Lake Havasu. And striped bass and catfish. All of those are use different methods of catching.
Okay, well, let's say I want to go after a largemouth or a smallmouth bass, or a big striper. What they call them, a trophy fish. What would I use if I want to catch the big one?
Well, the bigger the lure, the bigger the fish is going to be. It's usually a standard procedure. But the bass, and sometimes the bass and the stripers will bite on the same thing. Of course, catfish will not. They like the live bait. They like like worms. Or, well, hot dogs, anything. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they're bottom feeders, so they're going to be down eating anything they can find on the bottom. Where the other ones, they're aggressive fish. They like to strike. Top water is the best bite you can get. You get one on a top water bite with a good lure, you got yourself a really good place.
Is that when they like to jump out of the water back and forth?
They will come out and they will hit that lure. They will come back up with that lure. And you got your hands full if you got a big striper on.
Well, let's look at some different types of lures for those trophy fish.
Okay. Well, this one here is this is a Lucky Craft. This is a Pointer 128. This one here, as you notice, it's got a little, I call it a tongue. But this tells you how deep that the lure will go. This one will run around 8 feet, 6 to 8 feet. That's as far as it does, and it's a swim bait. This one here, this is a topwater plug because it has got no tongue, as I call them. And this one here is a very great one for particularly stripers. It's called a pencil popper because it kind of looks like one. And when you're reeling it in, you're popping it. Okay, and it makes this noise. I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but the big stripers like that plug a lot. And then for the bass for topwater, they really like this plug right here. It's just a popping plug. They sometimes call it a popper, and that's all it does, is it actually pushes water as you're bringing it in, and it actually kerplunks the water, and the bass love this. And the other one is, this is a big plug for big fish again. This is called a mamu. This one here, again, this one just really plugs the water. You can hear this thing coming in about 50 feet out there, okay? Again, when you're going after the big fish, you're not going to catch them like you would catch the bluegills or, the sunfish. You can catch them a lot quicker. When you're going after the big fish and the real big trophy fish, if you're lucky to get one a day, maybe even two.
Question for you, George.
Yeah.
So you're telling me fish can hear and fish can smell?
Absolutely.
Just like us.
They can smell and they can hear just like us. Actually, way better than we can.
So is that why when you go fishing, everyone says, shh, be quiet, because the fish can hear you?
Yes.
Because then you'll scare them away?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. That, and as far as seeing, they've got vision like unbelievable. And fish always face the current too. So if you're fishing with the wind coming out of the west, you want to be throwing into that and coming across behind your bait. You don't want to be throwing always with the wind. A lot of people like to do that because the fish like to face the current.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. Well, this little plug right here is called a Panther Martin, and it's a real small one for the, as you can see, it's a little spinner bait. Now this is for the smaller fish, the sunfish, the bluegills. They like to go after these little ones, and so do the smallmouth and largemouth bass.
And is that what you're going to use today, George?
Yeah, I'm going to throw this today and see if we can get anything in here of any size.
All right, well, let's go.
All right, we'll talk to you later. I'm on my way.
Fish on! Fish on! All right, I think I got a big one. Here he comes. Oh my God, he's a fighter. Here he comes. Bringing him in. Bringing him in. Oh, there he is. And I didn't lose my worm. That's great.
What kind of
Oh.
fish is that, Donna?
That looks like a sunfish. I don't see the red dot, so it's not a red ear, but it is a sunfish. And what you do is you take your hand and go this way, so to brush those down. That way you can grab them without him poking you. So now I got a good grip. And then so we're gonna take the hook out because we want to let him go so he can go back in the water and get big again. So the same way, basically, the hook went in is the way you would see how easy that was. Then we're gonna let him go.
What do you do when you catch your first fish?
Oh man, you gotta kiss your first fish. Otherwise you won't be lucky and you won't catch any more. So here goes. Mwah! All right, little fishy. Go tell your friends. There he goes.
Sarah, you got a fish?
Yeah, but I think mine's bigger than Donna.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Let's
Oh,
see.
it is Sarah. Oh, my
Holy
goodness.
smokes. What kind is yours?
I think it's a sunfish as well, but I'm gonna need George.
A sunfish as well. Let me take a look at that. Wow, that is so cool.
Wow, fish on. Look at this fighter. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's a big one. There he comes. So I put my pole down and I bring him in. You don't want to lift your pole out of the water and have him hang from the hook because then he can fall off. So you put your pole down, get him up on shore. Look at the size of that one. He's a fighter. Wow. All right, so again, we're gonna put our hand, hold his fins down so he doesn't poke me. Then we're gonna reach in there and get that hook out. There's the worm. He was hungry. Probably got this big one because I kissed that first one, you know what I mean? All right, we're gonna have to break. I'm gonna have to get the pliers. Fish on, fish on! I got another one. Wow, this is like the 5th one, you guys. This is so exciting. This is another little sunfish. This is why it's so important to take care of our beautiful lake here in Lake Havasu. We're so blessed to be able to have this lake. So important to always pick up our trash and leave it better than what we found it, because these guys need good, clean water. And so do the animals. And honestly, so do we when we swim in it. So important to not throw your trash or litter and take care of everything we've got. And anything you haul in, you make sure you haul it out. And always leave your camping spot or your picnic at the beach or your boating trip. Always leave it better than what you found it. Even if it means you have to pick up other people's trash. That's okay. That's doing a good thing for your lake. It belongs to you. Remember that. Well, that's it for today's fishing program with Mr. George. So this is Miss Donna and Mr. George, and we just want to send you kids all a message how much we miss you, can't wait to see you, and hope to go fishing with you this summer. If not, tell your parents to take you out fishing. Bye from Lake Havasu.
Bye.